it. It's a case of, if there is this much opportunity in this era to make it, why has that not happened to me?
Hello everyone, my name is Jeno Bodoke and this is Voices of Regalo, where your voice counts. With me is my co-host,
in person of Orolua Abiodun.
We have a very important guest in our midst, and we're talking about this topic, the pressure to make it early. Who sets the timeline? The pressure to make it early. Who sets the timeline? So I'll give it to my co-host to make the introduction.
All right, so our guest in the studio today is an accounting professional who has over 5 years of experience working with Anderson and KPMG. Is also a forex enthusiast that's committed to financial growth. We have no other person than Seyi Ekundayo.
Thank you for having me.
It's beautiful to have you here today. How do you feel?
A bit nervous, but then again.
It's allowed.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you understand by the making it early syndrome?
Well, to me, I think it's more or less like a notion that's been conceived by society, right?
Okay.
I just see it as a belief or necessary pressure, really, just people like pressuring themselves to wanting to achieve certain things at certain ages, because there is this idea that, oh, I need to get this done at a certain time in my life, which is, like I said, it's just an ideology that was confirmed by society.
Okay, so why is it that it's as in amongst the young ones? What is the cause of it?
So basically, I think over the past few years, we've had more successful we have the higher population of successful people being the youths, right? So I think what it has actually done, coupled with social media, I think what it has likely done is it has exposed the minds of people to this idea that, oh, like there has to be this certain age, and success has to be the definition of that certain age. And the problem is, it's not even just about the fact that, I'm thinking success per se. It's now them defining success in a certain way. I must have this flashy car. Yeah. I must have 1 million followers on social media and all whatnot. So I think the reason why it's basically the youth is because we have been more exposed to social media more than ever before.
Yeah, because you see someone who is 18 years, 19 years driving a Jeep that even the parents
would naturally not afford.
Yeah, cannot even afford and all that.
So I think I was having a discussion with someone, and I told someone that if you are looking at a generation where there is a higher propensity or capacity to make money, you are looking at this generation. Yeah. Everything is digitalized. You are talking forex, you are talking crypto, you are talking. You could literally be sitting on your bed today, and tomorrow you're probably a millionaire, right? So just because of that, the easiness of making wealth, I think that's something that has really affected us.
I think we should bring it down to you as a person now. Okay. So have you ever felt triggered, like you have been left behind in this journey? You feel like people are making it, people your age, and has it triggered anything in you recently?
To be truthful, yes. I think, like I said, right, because we are in the social media space, it's. I think everybody at one point in their life is going to have to go through that. And me, that was me a couple of years ago, and I'll even say last year as well. You go on social media, Instagram, and you see a lot of things happening. Then you kind of just look at your life, and you're like, you're gauging to think that, this person has achieved this much. Why not me? So it's not even a case of just you wanting it. It's a case of, if there is this much opportunity in this era to make it, why has that not happened to me?
So do you think it creates pressure, or it gives you a sense of inspiration?
So for me, I think it's how you see it.
Okay.
Right. So, like I said, initially it was all pressure and all whatnot, asking myself questions like, what are my peers and all that. But later you kind of view it from another perspective, right? It's not a thing of pressure, and for me, it's my faith. My faith helps me a lot, and it tells me there's a time and a season for every person. So if someone makes it at 23, it doesn't mean I will make it at 23. You know, even when you look at the richest people in the world, you didn't know them till they were 50. You just go through people that you know that were successful. At what age of theirs did you know that they were successful?
Yes.
The average age of the richest men in the world is age 50. 30-ish, within the range of 30, 50-ish. So there's still time. So for me, there's a bit of pressure, but just twisting that would be more or less like, oh, I see that this person has achieved this. I turn it to motivation. It means I still have the opportunity to achieve this, because people in those other ages where I'm getting into, say, age 30, 40, I'm not 30 by the way, age 30, 40, 50, people are still making it at those ages. So I'm just like, it will come with time.
Okay, let me, is any success early always sustainable? Because I know some of these young people, they really, when they get this money, they really don't know how to sustain the wealth they buy. So is it always sustainable?
I think one thing I've learned is not to see things how I try not to see things how everyone else sees it. What do I mean? I don't think it's an issue of early success. But the problem is that statistically, you have more people that have succeeded early on, tend to fall off the rail, later on in life. But the problem for me is not making it early. The problem for me is sustainability and your ability to keep the momentum, right? That's what the problem is. So, for instance, I will try to use this analogy. I don't think easiness is a problem. So, for instance, now you are going somewhere in this Lagos that we are. You open your Google map.
Yeah.
Maybe you already know a route to go to, let's say, Ikeja.
Yes.
You open your Google map tells you that there is traffic here.
Yes.
Follow this easier route. The easier route is not the fact it has given you that route, it's not a problem. You need to follow that route, right? And you still get to that destination you are going to, because you are following a process.
Okay.
The problem with the early success is that they don't follow processes continuously. The problem is they attain it and it stops. So the problem is not early success. The problem is actually following the processes.
They are not committed.
They are not
diligent.
Yes.
And all that. And all those, like, if they are not committed and all that, it doesn't bring about sustainability.
I heard, I think it was Denzel Washington, popular actor in America, and he said something. He says that he said motivation will get you there, but consistency and discipline will keep you in it. So I think that's the problem. People are not consistent and disciplined. Yeah.
I think because they get the money easily. This as in social media money is just like as in passive income. It is passive income. Despite they put in some work to like create the content and all that, but it is passive income. And though for some, like those who are like maybe from the early age, they are the one that falls into this lack of sustainability stuff. Yes,
like we said, if you look at the age grade, you will see that you have younger people. And let me just say this in passing. There's a friend of mine. He made a statement that even shocked me. That was when I got into the whole forex and crypto space. He said something that his brother was sleeping in the morning and heard about this. They call it meme coins in crypto. I know and the next morning he's a millionaire.
Yes.
Right, and I'm talking of a 10-year-old or 11-year-old boy, right there. So, like I said, there is an ease of making money, right? But this money is coming to somebody that is not developed, that probably doesn't even have focus, that doesn't have consideration, doesn't even know what he wants to use the money for. So that's where the problem is.
So I think I want to ask, as a young person that you are, and for other young people viewing, how are you able to stay driven by purpose and not fear? It's easy to drive yourself for fear of failing, fear of, okay, I don't want to fail, let me just keep doing this. But how do you switch that ideology and drive yourself with purpose rather than fear?
Environment.
Oh, okay.
The answer is very simple.
Environment.
So for me, I think when you look at, you could legit, I know there's this saying, you could legit know how someone is from the 5 closest people
around them.
Around them. So when you come to my space, there's a kind of people you like. If you even see a type of person outside the kind of person I am, you will ask me questions, right? So the main problem there is environment, right? Associate yourself with quality people, and I don't mean environment only from the aspect of those closest to you. I'm also saying from social media. That's why you have what you call your social media algorithm. What your social media algorithm does is that it tells you that this is what you've been viewing for a consistent period. From that, you are even
keep suggesting
yes.
same content.
You know, I laugh when people tell me that, oh, don't judge me by my social media. No, that I'm going to judge you by your social media because that's who you are. It's a reflection of who you are, right? So, environment, put yourself in that environment where you have people that, number one, have been successful, have followed patterns to be successful, have failed as well. Because you won't hear any success story without failures. So that's basically how I frame
what
it.
would be your advice to young people? Because when you see, when you look around, you see that so many people, they don't care how they even get rich. They just want to get rich. What would be your advice to youths of this generation who has this get quick rich syndrome?
I'll say build yourself.
Okay.
I'll say build yourself. The reason why I say that is because, like I said, when a millionaire comes to someone that knows what he or she is doing,
yes,
a millionaire will multiply.
Yeah.
When a millionaire comes to someone that doesn't know what he's doing, he's going to squander it.
Exactly.
You know, and I love this analogy Apostle Selman gave. He said that a car is good, but you never give it to a child to drive.
Yeah, true.
Because he doesn't have the capacity, he doesn't have the mental skill, doesn't have the strength to drive that car. The only reason you give him that key is when he has gone through driving lessons and driving school.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So in one, that's going to be my focus. You need to build yourself so that when it comes, number one, it doesn't come as a shock, and secondly, you can repeat it. The problem here is that there is no ability to repeat.
Okay.
So you're basically getting rich once and you don't even know how you got rich the first time. So what you now start doing is you go into gambling. Trial by error. Yeah. So you need to, number one, make yourself the sort of person that can handle wealth. Then make sure that that process of wealth generation is repeatable.
You understand how it works. You have mastered the process. So for you now, as a person, what or how would you define success? What's success personally for you now?
For me, it's what I've been called to do, purpose.
Yeah, but at what point would you get in your life and you feel like I'm successful?
I don't think there's ever that point.
Okay.
I really don't think there is ever that point where you would term yourself successful. I know I've heard a lot of people saying that, oh, when they die today, they are accomplished. But I believe that even till the death, till God calls you home, there is always something to chase after, and that's what success is for me.
Okay, at what level would you feel like I've attained to an extent a level of success? Still till death.
Until death.
Wow.
Because you see, like I said, I see it from this point. I know I had the discussion with my brothers as well. I said that the fact that you are living means that God sees that there is something that you need to get done. So it's more or less like, I need to get this thing done. Even in your passing, you hear instances where they will say that, oh, it is pushed over to this person.
Yeah.
It means that you might not even have finished what you are meant to be doing here. Someone else will have to complete it. So till that point where the line is drawn, you keep going.
So we never get successful.
You never really get what you get is fulfillment. You get fulfilled as the journey goes on. You know, you are told to do this, you achieve it, you enjoy it. Next step. You achieve it, you enjoy it. Next step. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, I feel like this has been interesting.
Yeah,
and again, one or two things. I love the fact that you mentioned that we never really get to the final bus stop of success, right? It's an ongoing journey, and I think it's something that a lot of people should take out of this conversation. I don't know if you have final words.
Okay, and I also love the fact that it said that master the process and follow the process. I would advise every youth out there, just go through the normal processes, because trying to get rich quick is not really the way. It's not that you wouldn't get rich, but just master the process, follow the process, and you see that your success would be sustainable.
Yes, and also be driven by purpose, not fear, because it's important for you to know what's driving you to that success you're looking for. So thank you so much, Seyi, for being on today's episode. We really do appreciate. And to our viewers, please do well to ask your questions in the comment section, leave a comment for our guests, like, subscribe, follow. Thank you. See you in our next episode.